It was just another quiet December night. Until someone, or something, interrupted it violently. News of her death spread quickly, but the fear spread faster. In Skull, people locked their doors for the first time in years. Parents walked their children to school. Farmers started sleeping with their lights on. Nothing like this had ever happened here. Not in this quiet, fog-covered corner of Ireland. Newspapers across Ireland and Britain picked up the story. A young French woman, murdered in her holiday home. No suspects. No reason. Reporters flooded the village. TV vans. Cameras. Outsiders asking questions. But inside every home, people whispered. What really happened that night? And could it happen again? At 10 a.m. the next morning, a neighbor saw something in the field. A figure, still, pale, lying in the grass just meters from her front door. No signs of forced entry. No screams. But her body told a different story. She was barefoot. Still in her night clothes. Face down, just meters from her door. Her skull had been struck twice, maybe 3 times, by something heavy. Later, they found a concrete block nearby. Covered in blood. Her hands were stretched. Some said she fought. Others said she ran. The thorn scratches on her legs suggested she fell more than once. And yet, there were no footprints in the mud. No signs of a struggle inside. Nothing stolen. Nothing broken. The house was silent. Locked. The police arrived late, and unprepared. The crime scene wasn't sealed. Photographs were taken without gloves. And rain washed much of it away. The evidence was there. Then, it wasn't. Not long after Sophie's body was found, a name kept coming up in whispers: Ian Bailey. He wasn't a stranger. He lived just 3 kilometers away. He was a freelance journalist. And the first to report her death. But it was more than that. He gave vivid descriptions of her injuries before they were released. He claimed to know things from a source, but the details were too specific. He wrote about her murder like it was fiction. Sometimes, like poetry. And he often inserted himself into the center of the story. Locals remembered odd behavior. He showed up at crime scene reenactments. He gave long, emotional interviews. And once, he reportedly whispered, "She screamed for a long time." But how would he know? When police questioned him, his arms were covered in scratches. He said it was from trimming a tree. His girlfriend later described him as cruel. Unpredictable. But no forensic evidence ever placed him at the scene. So the question lingers: was he just a man who loved attention? Or something darker? The case dragged on. Years passed. Suspicions shifted. Witnesses disappeared. Memories faded. Ian Bailey was arrested, twice. Never charged. Never convicted. In France, he was found guilty in absentia. Ireland refused to extradite him. Sophie's family still seeks justice. But they no longer expect closure. Only the truth. Locals still walk past that cottage. Now overgrown with vines and silence. Tourists sometimes ask about it. The locals rarely answer. To this day, no one has been held responsible. No confession. No justice. Only questions. And an overwhelming silence in the hills of West Cork. Sophie came to West Cork looking for quiet. Peace. A break from the noise. What she found instead was something no one saw coming. A silence too deep. A story with no ending. And a village that still doesn't speak her name out loud. Maybe some places hold on to their ghosts. And maybe, some ghosts hold on too tight. If this story stayed with you, subscribe to hear more dark truths we're not supposed to forget. And leave a comment, we're still listening.